Hey! Yeah, I got you, didn't I? Didn't I? It was scary, wasn't it, Claire? Fine, just play the damn intro.
I'm not your puppet.
Souls for everybody, come on, we got your souls here. Hey, little girl, you want souls? Oh, fuck. Amara. Just give her everything. Give her everything. I don't want to die today. Welcome, guys, to the new Supernatural episode, and it's still good. Third episode running, still good. I wouldn't say perfect, but good, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I actually really like this one. Like, it's kind of cool how you see her, like, grow more, and she's really sadistic. Like, I'm impressed with that.
I don't feel like she's sadistic. During her interactions with Crowley, well, during any of her scenes, I'm thinking, okay, I was kind of right in my theory about her, because she isn't evil. Because I give it her this evil thing is kind of like, that's what I look for. Not like just a word, more like what's evil to her is evil to us.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have, for example, we have black and gray morality. I'm thinking that like God, she would have blue and orange morality.
What do you mean by that?
Basically, like blue and orange morality would be something for like beings that are above us.
Okay, yeah.
Like
I understand.
it's used to describe something that people can't. That used to describe the motivations of like a higher being that whose like motives couldn't really be explained to humans. Like, say for instance, like this gigantic being who can destroy multiverses. Just like his entire motivation for destroying your planet is because I didn't get my pudding.
Or your soul. I gotta say though, like, I don't think this is gonna end for Crowley. Every single time he tries to strike a deal, it never works out.
Well, like,
it never really does.
It kind of works out when the person he's striking a deal with isn't a main character or a main antagonist.
Yeah.
Every other time, then it works out fine. I'm pretty sure that that homophobic bank realtor is in hell by now. So. But like with Amara, it's more. Once going over, she's more like. She's not a destructive force like they has believed. She's in the episode. She's clearly puzzled by the world around her because of all the suffering she can feel whenever she takes in a soul, and just wonders why God made it that way, and thinks she would have done a lot better at doing it, or at creating the world. And she even seems befuddled by the fact that Crowley apparently desires for the entire world to be like him. So like she's not evil, but I don't think she's actually good. I think the word I'm looking for would be darkness. Darkness is evolution in its purest sense.
Honestly, I agree with that. I mean, she's learned a lot, so she doesn't really seem to know what to do with that. And it's kind of weird to hear the darkness talk about how they don't necessarily want it to be like how Crowley wants it to be. Like I always thought, like, when I heard the darkness, I'm like, oh, this is going to be like the old Supernatural where just like a whole bunch of like evil comes in. And it happened for like a little bit, but now it's almost like we're set on a storyline.
Yeah.
Which is okay, but it's not what you expected.
You know, it's like you can't with like ancient evil that apparently that God couldn't kill and took off him and his archangels to seal up. You would think, okay, this thing is just gonna tow everything around there, especially with her debut. Which now I think about how she actually is. I think she was pulling a Castiel.
Pulling a Castiel.
Like, remember Castiel's interest being like overly badass, and then like every other subsequent appearance that never happened. So either he was getting used to being in a vessel, or he was just showing off.
I feel like he was just showing off.
Yeah, so that's what I mean by pulling Castiel. He was showing off.
Yes. The mirror thing really got, like, I was surprised with, like, the mirror. Remember the mirror?
Yeah.
With her older self?
Yeah, that was kind of confusing, because,
yeah.
I mean, is the darkness possessing her? Or is she, like, a future version? Well, it's only 3 episodes in. Maybe we'll get more on it, but
I mean, she said you will become me, so maybe it is kind of a future thing, but at the same time, it's like unusual.
maybe by unusual.
Just like, I mean, the darkness is there, but then the darkness is in the mirror. So I don't know how those two totally collaborate or how they're going to come together.
Maybe the darkness in the mirror is like the pure version of herself, and Amara is like the diluted version who's getting towards her pure self by eating all those souls. We kind of explain how she ages at such a rapid rate from eating souls.
Yeah, because I finally understood, like, took me a while, like halfway through the episode, why she was eating so many souls, and I was like, so that's how like she kind of grows faster.
Wait, did I miss something?
That's what I think. That's why I think she eats so many souls. Maybe is so she can grow faster.
Oh.
Because after eating so many, she became like that teenager, and then like.
Well, I kind of thought that from the beginning because, well, when she ate Jenna's soul, she became a little girl. So I'm thinking, okay, if she eats souls, she gets older. Though I am confused by the fact that it took one soul to turn to a little girl, yet it took countless others to turn into a teenager. So it's kind of confusing.
I guess maybe it's more of an age jump. I'm not quite sure. I mean, I agree with you. I don't totally understand that. But maybe they just wanted to kind of get the process going with, like, an older Amara.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, I mean, they did really, like, the actress did really well with her. I mean.
And, like, she's really good.
Yeah, it was impressive.
By child actor standards. By regular actor standards, she's good.
Yeah, she was really good. Like, she knew how to handle it, I feel like.
Yeah, like, she's the first child actress I've ever seen that was good. I don't know.
From the get-go. Like,
I don't know how to feel about this.
They're getting better.
Oh my gosh, yes. No more Last Airbenders.
Oh my, that was terrible. It was terrible. Okay, that never happened.
Yeah, okay, so let's talk about the Cass storyline. So Cass is still under the effects of Rena's spell, and she is trying to make a Mega Coven. That's right. Mega Coven.
I laughed so hard when I heard Mega Coven. It's just...
it's like, I'm thinking, Rena, you're getting less and less threatening and more Narmy with each episode and every word you say.
It's just, it just did not sound good.
Yeah, like, did you review your name? Yeah, it's like,
did she ever, like, write this down and be like, I don't think people will take me seriously with this?
Like, she used it because she thought Mega was bigger than Grand, which it really isn't. Grand is most likely the highest word there. Like, Mega would be like here, Super would be here, and Ultra would be there. So
I mean, Grand sounds like, classy, while Mega sounds like I tried to make it sound cool.
Mega sounds like I'm trying to act like I'm like almighty and all this other stuff, but I'm really just an idiot who doesn't really know how to name things.
We don't need Megatron and Mega Coven. We don't need two of those. But anyway, the Cass storyline. I was so happy with the Dean and Cass interaction in this episode.
Yes, Tumblr is going crazy.
I bet it is, especially with, like, the last, like, to jump to, like, kind of the last part where, like, after Dean is, like, you can see his face is just terrible, and he said he had it coming, and it was just kind of that tense moment.
Yeah,
they finally addressed it. I was waiting for that.
Oh, like, that reminds me. Remember when they're looking for Cass and Marina tells Dean about their deal, and Dean's like, "You lied to me again," and like, so when it first happens, when I was watching, I'm thinking, no, they're not gonna do this. Please tell me they're not gonna do this again, and they don't. Our clever writers seem to completely abandoning like the past few seasons' logic of, you lied to me, don't lie to me again. You lied to me again, don't lie to me again. You lied to me again. Oh my gosh, when will we learn?
Never. They will always lie to each other. And it's very
yes, but like in this season the lying is a lot less like
consequential.
Yeah, it's more inconsequential. This season Sam lied, but unlike the other times they lied, the reason why he lied was a good reason. It had no consequences, and he was right that, and he was right to lie, because if he told the truth, then that's Dean then like Cass probably would have still been in the win a little bit. And well, the stuff with Jenna would still have happened, but he wouldn't have been there to do it. He would have been focused on Sam.
Right.
And Sam needed to fix his own mess. And this episode, when they're talking about, they're not actually yelling at each other. They're not being angry. Like they just talk about, and they never mention it again. It's basically saying, yes, you lied to me, but it's wrong. It's water on the bridge. Like that's in the past. This is now. We don't need to focus on that anymore.
And I have to say, it's really refreshing to actually hear that it's not going to be this drawn out, tense mood with those two. It's just like, yeah, I'm mad, but we're done. Like, there's no consequences to it, so it's not that big of a deal.
Well, there's the fact that the darkness is out, but
well, yeah, I mean, there's that. But, one thing at a time.
Also, the fact that Rowena is out with the Book of the Damned and knows how to translate it.
Yeah, she has. At least they have the codex, though. They have the codex and Charlie's translations.
They still said that will slow her down a little bit. So
that's true, but we're trying to focus on the positive of what we actually have now.
What positive? There is no positive supernatural. It's only negative.
No, that's really negative thinking.
Is that the basis of supernatural thinking?
Yes.
But anyway, so Cass is like a better word. He's like a berserker. He's like the berserkers of Norse mythology.
Explain that.
The berserkers were like what you expect. They were berserk. They attacked in a wild rage, and they didn't really feel pain because like a bunch of adrenaline pumped through their veins. And this episode, Cass goes full on berserker and attacks a random woman for reasons like maybe it's like thinking, okay, first thing I see, I attack it, and she was just there, and okay, there's the thing I see, I attack it.
Quite unfortunate for her, especially with that one other blonde in the alleyway. Like, I mean, just kind of like seemed. I mean, she was there for some reason, and yeah.
Like some Tumblr people think the fact that reason why she was there was so like Ding have his have I said I'm hetero yet, like scene, and then so him going and doing all the stuff with Cass wouldn't be homo.
I gotta say though, it's so. I mean, I love Dean and all that, but just to see him get rejected like that was really hilarious because you always see him score.
Yeah, and I have not seen that in the actual show since really season 2. The last time I actually heard it was in a book where a girl was saying that Dean was trying too hard, and Sam, who wasn't even hitting on her, was the hot one.
Sometimes it goes that way.
It's never gone that way when those two are together. It's always been Dean.
Well, that's true, but not this time. Not this time.
Yeah.
But I think I agree with you with the whole hetero moment. Like, you needed that for like the interaction to come with those two.
It was like to sum the review for a quick second about Dean's sexuality. I don't think he's hetero or gay. I just think he's bi.
I'm okay with the bi.
Yeah, I think he's bi, but prefers women. I mean,
he's bi for Cass.
I mean, I'm bi, and I prefer women. So.
Well, there you go. I mean, like, sometimes you have, like, a little bit, like, you like things a little bit more, and I think that's with Dean. He likes women, but when it comes to Cass, it's always Cass. Yeah. It should always be.
Because, like, even I have to admit, he kind of acted like a concerned boyfriend in this.
Yeah, he really did, and I was just so happy.
Which kind of makes, the fact that he thinks that he deserves, the beating from Cass, and doesn't let him heal him, and that he can actually get into Cass's head after while he's in attack dog mode. That much powerful. And
that's happened twice, where he's kind of gotten Cass like pulled out of that trance.
Though, like, this one's a bit downplayed because Cass still beat the living shit out of him.
Yeah, and he didn't heal him this time.
Yeah, and it didn't stop because the reason why he stopped was because of Rowena. So
yeah, that is true.
And let's get back to Rowena because. She can be a very powerful ally to the Winchesters, and they didn't ask for her help, which might seem strange, but there are a few reasons why. One, she's a witch. She's Crowley's mother, which got blatantly apparent in this episode with all her dialogue. I'm thinking you are Crowley, but
only worse.
Yeah. There's the fact that like she can betray them at moment's notice, and whereas Crowley, all he can do is like. And as long as they're on guard for that, well, they won't be on guard for that. But anything else, they'll be fine. She caught Sam off guard by flinging his gun and then flinging him and then slamming the gates down on him.
It could have been a lot worse than slamming the gates down, though.
Yeah, it's like when she caught Dean, said like, let's make it a little more interesting, shall we? Like that would have been worse.
Mhm. At least she helped cast, though, so that's kind of out of the way.
Yeah.
But I was impressed how Misha really portrayed that. Like, I really liked that. I mean, it wasn't sugar-coated, and that was kind of cool.
Well, Misha's a great actor.
Yeah, he is. He's a great everything. He's just great in general.
But let's get back to Amara, because I'm thinking that Crowley can kind of control her, but also not control her in a different. It's like in the sense of a teenager and a parent relationship, because what they have is kind of a parent-daughter relationship.
Kind of, but the problem is, like any spoiled child, I mean, she was used to getting what she wanted, and now that Crowley's like, no, let's pull back. She's a teenager now. Good luck with that. Like, it's not going to happen. She already ate 2 of her nannies.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure he ate the second night because he said, so like, I'm pretty sure the conversation went like along this. Well, you can't feed you right now. Just be patient. It's like, I'm hungry!
Little tip, never tell a girl not to not eat. Like, you can't tell her to not.
That's what anyone to not eat.
Well, yeah, but then you.
Especially when that person is the person who eats souls.
Yeah, you don't want to piss them off. Like,
because I'm thinking like at the end of the episode, I'm thinking, Crowley, you better give her a demon because if you don't, the soul being eaten is gonna be yours.
Yeah, and I think Crowley's starting to hit that realization that, whoa, like if I don't feed her souls, maybe I don't know. Like
bad things will happen.
Mm-hmm. To him.
I think Crowley tends to people might be thinking Crowley's being stupid because he's thinking he can control her, but I think this is actually a brilliance in this because when you really think about it, Crowley's biggest downfall is his pride. Like he overestimates his ability in being a cunning mastermind, suave, manipulative. He basically thinks he's the epitome of manipulative bastard and the chess master, when he's not, because he's been manipulated by Castiel. You underestimate Demon, and here he's underestimating Amara. So I'm thinking with this season he might actually learn that he should think before he tries to bite off more than he can chew.
And I think you could see at the end of the episode, he kind of realized.
I was like,
whoa.
It's like, oh fuck, I messed up.
I done fucked up. I'm screwed.
Yeah. It's like why are my demons coming?
I'm excited to see how it turns out though for Crowley, because they're not going to kill him off. He's too popular. He's too much of a main character. He's been there for too long.
But this doesn't necessarily mean they can't kill him off.
I don't want them to.
Yeah, there were several times where Castiel was going to be killed off and then only survived due to the fan base. Mm-hmm. Also, Kevin was the main character. He's dead.
That is true. I will give you that.
Bobby was the main character. He's dead.
But Crowley is a good piece to have in this season, though. Even more so, I feel like.
So would Bobby. So would Charlie. They're dead.
We don't talk about that here. We don't talk about that.
I'm the boss. I will talk about whether the hell I want to.
Nope. Made myself more intimidating.
No, you did. But no. Anyway, yes, she's right. Crowley is a very important piece in this season. Now, what he can contribute beyond being an idiot and trying to control an unmovable force, I don't know. It's only 3 episodes in. The next episode is another episode. From the perspective of the card, that would be interesting.
Yeah. I want to learn more.
But anyway, let's get into our rating for this. I think it's good. I don't do ratings anymore because they're stupid, but I give it above average. Slightly above average.
I would honestly do the same. I was impressed with this episode. To me, it always feels short when it comes to Supernatural. But, it was really good, and there was a ton of, interesting stuff. You were completely immersed into it the whole period.
Yeah, nothing seemed like filler. Everything seemed like it belonged there and it was needed there.
I want to address something quick, too. With the demon and the angel in the bar.
Oh, yeah, that.
that was really that happened for a reason. I'm convinced that happened for a
But
reason.
no, I think it's the writer showing us how like the stuff happening in the supernatural world.
Mhm.
Because typically the supernatural creatures they appear to move the plot or a character and then they advance. Like Billy, if I was going to bet money, I'd say that she only existed to tell us that if they die, it's final and she's never going to appear again.
Right.
Like this one, they're showing us how like the demonic and angel community works, and they're actually showing that despite the norms of those two supernatural communities, there can be some alliances and friendships between them. Which they showed us in season 8 too, with how Castiel and Meg were in love.
Mhm.
Clearly.
You kind of see the change in the demons. Like they're very you're used to seeing like the badass I'm gonna get you demons, and now it's kind of like they're very.
What demons are you talking about? All those demons are dead.
Well, yeah.
I mean, the last one was Abaddon. She died like 2 seasons ago.
I know.
And I guess kind of Crowley, but.
Well, he's the leader though, so I mean, you have that.
Yeah.
It kind of shows how every single heaven and hell kind of fell in a way. Like you said, they have the friendships with the demons and the angels.
Yeah, like it all started with season 4 when angels first appeared. It's like they hadn't been seen for 2,000 years, and it was like so black and white, and now it ain't.
It's like mixed now. Like there's not even like a specific line.
Yeah, like which kind of paves the way for Castiel to be like a human angel hybrid.
Mhm. He still is.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying the fact that like the angels are now mingling with humans, that kind of paved the way for that. And also, I think the writers know our expectations now between angels and demons, because when the demon reveals something, they immediately pulls out Angel Blade. We're gonna ignore the fact, we're gonna ignore how it's possible that such a low level demon could have gotten an Angel Blade. But it's like they know we're expecting this to end in a bloodbath of some sort.
And then,
or at the very least, a bad joke. But it doesn't happen. They sit down, they have some drinks, and they basically pull like a Winchester.
yeah, and they talk about how they want to change things, and I'm wondering if that will kind of maybe pull into the storyline probably later on.
I highly doubt it. I think they're just trying to raise each other more, because they're clearly scared. I mean, they're their hands are subtly shaking when they're talking.
Mm-hmm. Especially with Hannah being gone. They said, especially with Hannah being gone, things are falling apart in hell. I mean, heaven. Well, hell too.
Yeah,
it's going to.
And so I don't think they're really going to do anything. I think they're trying to lie to themselves and say that they will, but they probably won't.
You don't want to tick off Crowley. Yeah. Now you have a whole bunch of angels running around.
And then the fact that the angels don't really know who's the real. I doubt the angels really trust themselves anymore, because last time they had blind faith, turns out that God had left. And an overzealous lover of him was taking over, and then that guy's younger brother wanted to put the apocalypse back on track, and then their little Castiel murdered thousands of them. So, their track record of having blind faith hasn't been good for them. So they probably are wondering who's really in charge. Also, don't forget Naomi, who apparently erased your mind. So yeah.
Naomi, I did not like her.
I get the feeling that heaven is worse than hell in some ways.
Honestly, hell's more organized. You kind of know what to expect.
I think hell's more organized. I think before Crowley, hell wasn't really organized though.
Yes, but I mean, Crowley kind of got a handle on things.
Yeah, but now, so it's kind of like in a metaphorical sense, heaven is hell and hell is heaven. I mean, you're still being tortured, but still.
Yeah, actually, I totally agree with that.
I mean, I kind of think I might rather be tortured than be in supernatural heaven, because I'm basically alone in my own heaven. And that's actually a form of hell. Seriously, one interpretation of hell is that you being completely alone, isolated from everything else.
That's true.
Yeah, so.
I never thought of that.
Okay, I think we're harping too long.
Yes, we are. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, but anyway, gist of it is, good episode, above average. Keep on track. Whoever wrote this, you're a great person. Jensen Ackles, you're a great director.
Wasn't it Jensen?
That's what I said.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was. Yep. Anyway.
Alright, and we will see you guys in next week. Also, welcome Claire, who will be with me for hopefully the other reviews.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep wearing Supernatural shirts.
I may or may. I only have one Supernatural shirt, so I'm just gonna keep wearing interesting stuff like this.
Yes. There you go.
Alright, see you guys later.